Friendly reminder that you are my friend. I am wearing my fluffy slippers. The air conditioner is on. It's very hot. We're going to listen to Arthur Hayes, a man I deeply respect. He is one of the world's greatest authors. He also knows a thing or two about crypto. Have a listen to this. Get bullish for the bull market. This is going to be fascinating for you to hear. Let's go.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Arthur Hayes.
Just off the stage, I've got Arthur Hayes, and wow, his talk blew everyone away. You start off a talk about why we're about to see the biggest bull market we've ever seen, not only in crypto, but actually in traditional markets as well. So maybe that's a good place to start.
Sure, so I think the Fed and other central banks since the end of World War II have been on this Keynesian journey, right? And every time there's been a disturbance in the markets, they've decided to spend government money and then print it to fill the difference. And when there's a financial crisis because of credit and animal spirits, the Fed and other central banks destroy free markets in every part of the financial services sector. So we've gotten to this point where there is no more free markets, except for possibly the government debt market, because they're so big and so important, it's very, very hard to control them. But however, debt to GDP globally is about 360%, and it's accelerating at an exponential rate. We're not having enough kids to grow into this debt. We're not becoming more productive in terms of harnessing the energy of the universe to do productive things. And so therefore, we're going to have to print money to make sure the banking system and not only the governments are sound. And it's going to be...
You're going to print money until something breaks.
Until we no longer have faith in this iteration of civilization and the global government bond markets. These are the biggest markets in the world. It's trillions upon trillions of dollars that needs to get printed to make sure that the governments and the banking system is solvent. And so that's why I believe this is going to be the biggest bull market we've ever seen. Obviously, after that comes the biggest crash, but it's going to be fun while it lasted.
Another topic we've been talking about here is the mix of crypto and AI. And there are two schools of thought. One school of thought is crypto and AI don't mix. Andre Cronje wrote a blog about that, and he said, you know, crypto is going to be cheap and fast for crypto and AI to mix. And then we're getting some other views that crypto and AI are the most perfect mix. Tell me how you see it.
So fundamentally, an AI is a thinking computer. A thinking computer doesn't care about laws that pertain to humans, because a thinking computer is a piece of code that can be anywhere in the universe. A human government cannot harm a thinking computer in the same way that they harm humans. Why do we follow laws? Because someone will kill us if we don't. It's violence. That is what governments are predicated on. But a government cannot visit violence on an AI. Therefore, why would an AI ever follow any laws?
Very interesting talks from Arthur, speaking about the fiat Ponzi system, also speaking about the crypto bull market ahead. But first, we have to do something important. We have to go and confirming friendship with Ran and Arthur Hayes. Long, get long. Bears are smelly and poop in the woods. We're going to leave the typos there because that's exactly what we do around here, baby dolls. That's exactly what we're talking about. Did you hear that? Everything I've been talking about, 100% true. If only you had a friend who told you about everything that Sir Arthur the Great Hayes was speaking about. If only you had a friend with a straight back who's been saying this from day one. Listen to me. The average US baby boomer only has $248,000 saved for retirement. It is literally impossible to get through this. So the US government only has one choice. They must debase the currency. Debase is printing. It's the same word, okay? Debase, printing. Printing money, debase, okay? You make more out of something, okay. More supply of it, all right, it's worth less. That's it. You try to stimulate demand. Because when you throw currency units out there, people go and they try to speculate on where they should allocate that money, and that is meant to create economic activity. If you do it too much, you get nowhere. Unfortunately, that's where you have the poor people in Argentina. My hearts go out to them. The poor people in Venezuela, my heart goes out to them. And the poor people in Turkey, okay, the Turkish lira destroyed. Zimbabwe, every single time. Currency, right, when it's touched by the dirty government and they touch it, that's what happens. They throw too many currency units out and everything implodes. You heat it up too much. Now, it's happening slowly. Remember, America. I know a lot of people are going to tilt, but America is still the greatest country on earth. I mean, they're going to do this right, okay? They exhaust every other option, and then they bring the bug eaters in. All right, we got nothing to worry about, friends. We're here for the bag pump, all right? There's innovation. Everything's going good. Remember, crypto is more like a police check on the world, all right? Yeah, look, I want to take over the world too. But unfortunately, guess what? If you take over the world and burn all the bridges, you're left with nothing but grapes and hunchbacks. Don't forget, they all know this. That's why they've been working in the background. They prop up the property market. Why? It is literally the asset of choice for baby boomers. Baby boomers are stacked to property. Funnily enough, Gen Xers, which come after the baby boomers, they like stonks. Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, they love them. Millennials and younger, we are crypto G-gens, all right? We're all crypto D-gens. You know we are. We basically started off too poor. We're like, that's it. Give me full-on risk. We're going straight to the moon, baby. You can take your 7% per year and you can suck it because I ain't retiring on that. That's everybody's attitude. But unfortunately, boomers make the rules. They're actually in government. Right, here is Abraham Simpson still going after that turtle when he has his teeth, okay? So, you know, the government, friends, they know what they're doing. Freely Donker has this ominous message. Sadly, there is another sideways plot to resolve the coming boomer retirement crisis. And we've seen the first wave with the fear porn death jab rollout. Absolutely disgusting. Where is Thrilly Donker coming from? Well, think about this, okay? The government owes all their money to Abraham Simpson, all the baby boomers. So wasn't it convenient that some sort of zombie virus comes out that wipes out really old people? Look, I'm not saying that was intentional, but it's convenient that something gets thrown out there into the world where they kind of test the waters. They're like, you know, can we explore just getting rid of the people we owe money to? It's literally like, you know, you owe money to somebody and you're like, you know what? I could pay them out or I could just get rid of them and disappear them. Crazy. And don't forget, friends, this is all about the Great Reset. What's the Great Reset, okay? The Great Reset is resetting the debt. Who do we owe the debt to? All the people who've worked all their lives, which is actually all of us. And then you save up until retirement, you pay all the taxes. It's so everybody, the middle class, lower class, that there should be enough money for them to live a life, a comfortable end of life, but there isn't. There is not enough people out there. Exactly what Arthur said. We didn't have enough babies. We ate all the babies. Roca Negra is here to take our babies. And that's why, friends, the most important chart is this M2 money supply chart. You see how it just goes up and to the right? This is what happens. They have to keep printing, you know, but it's not, obviously, there's more nuance to that. We're like, well, if this chart goes up, how come crypto had like, whoa, down, up? It's you know what it is. That's the currency units. It's because when they print this currency, there are different layers of bug eaters who get the money first before it finally ends into crypto. That's why. And there's a lot of retailers in crypto who will overbuy, underspend, do everything in between, do on too much leverage, and then they have to, you know, they can't fall on anything else. That's why we have insane volatility. Basically, we're at the earlier part of the adoption curve. We are clearly moving past the early part. We're way beyond that now. You can't say you're early to something when there's 420 million people who have adopted crypto worldwide. Real number, you've heard it many times. 420 million people, you're not early, man. When there's 4 million, okay. Not 500 million. You're getting further along the curve. This is why the government, what do? What do they do? There's entrepreneurs building. Everybody's coming together. There's only one thing left to do. They've got to send out the henchmen, the evil banks. They are under direct control of the US Fed. Don't for a second think these people work independently. If you do think that, I've got a 6th jab to sell you. And a bridge can come along with it. These bug eaters, they do the shadow bidding to help funnel deals into the corrupt SEC. That's how the game works. Because this is how it works. All right, friends, look at this. You got the CBDC. You got it right here. Okay. And then we have crypto. Right? We're just going to write BTC. BTC is crypto. Okay. So what happens is the CBDC, crypto, unfortunately, they are sharing the same type of pool. They're going after the same types of people. So what do? They send the SEC out to block crypto. They send the SEC out to block it. So all the people who are sitting here, you're sitting here like, huh? I've got a question mark. You know, do I use crypto? Now, obviously, everybody's going to go to CBDCs. That's what their job is there to do. The US Fed is the puppet wing arm here. US Fed. US Fed. Who owns the US Fed? Private owners. Who really owns the US Fed? The Bank of Ants. Citybug. JP Mosquito. Goldman Slugs. All of them are bug eaters. They own it. There's also other families who I'm not going to name because I don't want to disappear tomorrow because I want to see this bull market. It's too early for me to go. You deserve better than that. You know who they are. You know exactly who they are, all right? So this is what happens, right? This is how the game works. And believe it or not, you do the same too. If I put you in charge, I say, hey, you've got to maintain world dominance. You got to maintain the sanctity of the US dollar. You got to squash competition. Don't even put it in the minds of people. Because, we think, wait a minute, US dollar's got like 80 trillion valuation and the crypto is only 1 trillion. It's about the mind virus. It's about the idea. Ideas are very powerful to the government because ideas affect psychology and they spread. Once psychology spreads, then it goes like a bug. Everybody gets bitten and that's it. Once the masses start moving, you can't do anything. All these banks are VIP members of the Bug Eater Society. That's why they've chosen one person, Gary Gensler, the semen demon himself. He's actually the chosen one. I hope it all makes sense to you. It should make sense to you now. Now it's all clear. All of these people, they're not people, they're bug eaters. And Lady Jess, God bless her heart. To be fair and correct myself, the Fed did have total control over the corrupt banks and to some extent, but a bankrupt Fed Reserve basically lost its hold over the banks when it got put into the US Treasury. My dear, sweet Jessie Boo, there is no bankruptcy with the US Fed. They have no reserves. They're not even federal. They're a private institution. They run everything. Why? Because the deep state want them to. That's how it's always going to be. They can't go bankrupt. They control the money units. The only way to bankrupt the Fed is to literally go to every country around the world and tell them, stop pricing oil in the US dollar. Stop doing it. Stop buying energy in the US dollar. Do you think they're going to do that? No, because as soon as you tell one leader that, I'm not kidding, someone in the CIA, by the way, have people everywhere, in literally every single government around the world, every parliament, every Congress, there's CIA everywhere, okay? You're finished. You are literally finished. Just to let you know, friends, there's not even conspiracy. Every single South America coup, every time you hear of like random places in Africa that just get kind of like CIA type of rumored to be raided, it's because someone's trying to take on the government and trying to get them to use their own currency, get off the US dollar and stop paying the US for oil. Stop holding the US treasuries. Every single fight, it always comes down to that. It's literally like, imagine you were CZ and you were also the founder of Bitcoin and you were like finding out that Coinbase didn't want to price BTC anymore. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, we don't want to list like BTC. We want to price everything in Ethereum. We want like Link not to be Link BTC. We want it to be Link ETH, right? We don't actually want, like anything else. We don't want to price XRP in BTC anymore. We want XRP ETH. As soon as you got a whiff of that, that's it. CZ's coming for them. It's over. It's literally the same game. One for one, the exact same game. It's just that we don't have Bitcoin out there. It's the US dollar. And this is how it is. They need a bid. It's fiat. You create it out of thin air. So how do you keep the bid there? You got to put a gun to everyone's head and say, hey, you are working for these dollars. You must transact in these dollars. So all of this does make sense now, right? You have Arthur Hayes here. Arthur and Ran, okay, two prominent members of the crypto industry, telling you right now, yes, a bull market is coming. Even Arthur says, yeah, it's going to be a great bull market and everyone's going to lose all their money again. There's just another new narrative. AI is going to be that narrative. He has a strong conviction on that. I don't know if it's exactly going to be that narrative because the narrative isn't good enough. We need a product, all right? Show me the product. Show me an AI where I can throw some little ETH in it and it will do something cool for me. Show me it. Okay, not image generation, okay? Understand, yes, there's boobies all over the internet. I clearly understand it. There's naked body parts everywhere. Get the AI to do something for me. They've tried to get it to trade. They suck. They all lose money. They've tried to get it to do image generation. Okay, we've blown out of that part. They've tried to get it to create stories, but like, hey, we don't have much time. Make something. If they can make something to rival the blue chip creation of Bitcoin and Ethereum and then Chainlink and fake DeFi Uniswap, all of them, if we can usher in the new blue chip, we'll definitely have a giant bull run to believe in. But for now, all we do is wait and hope, don't forget, man, it is possible that there is no blue chip created. And guess what? Look, remember the secret? The secret to the market is positioning. Well, we might find, I mean, it's very possible that we just go up. They haven't made any blue chip. And I'm sitting here with you in January 2025 saying, excuse me, everybody is positioning for crypto to change the world in this next cycle, but we actually haven't invented anything. It's just more money came in. There's nothing that excites us. It's just prices going up. You know, no one's speculating about layer 1 chains and gaming and metaverse and NFTs and potential. It's just like fluff, right? So if that happens, we're actually going to be more convicted that Roca Negra has just done this artificial pump and dump, and the US Congress has to exit their stocks. One thing we'll never exit on, though, our friendship. Make sure you tell mum and dad that we love and appreciate them. A bull market is coming. I'm going to catch you in the next one.